I think it's a hidden gem because it actually is. It's situated so close to residential properties. It's such a, really, it's that park within a city that you don't really even know it's here.
Small ponds interconnect with marshlands as pathways wind through this peaceful hideaway, tucked in the residential heart of Rutland, a section of parkland that offers a unique glimpse into the workings of a wetland. Although they're somewhat of a rarity in Kelowna due to the arid climate, Chichester Park is a thriving urban wetland, weaving together natural elements that support both wildlife and the environment.
They're taking water that may not necessarily be purified or perfect, but it actually can work itself through all the natural vegetation, cattails, grasses, and all sorts of things. And it actually takes out a lot of the impurities or even helps filter some of the debris. When you have the marsh and the cattails, it really helps because it clogs up that area, so there's not free-flowing water in some locations like that, but it's actually like the water's having to work through all of that vegetation to get out. Sometimes you can see it as a blockage, but at the same time, it's really a filter to help in a natural environment. And they're good for the wildlife too, right? Like the cattails are awesome for perching, for a lot of birds and that kind of thing too.
The area is home to many breeding and migratory birds, as well as resident turtles who have benefited thanks to wetland restorations that have put fallen logs to good use.
But they're basically basking logs, so you're putting them out there so they can bask in the sun. It helps in a few different ways. It helps so they can actually have just some, get some sun, elevate their temperature, but also it helps with, it permits them to have a better digestion system. I guess just the way that it kind of gets them out of the water. And I guess the third thing, it probably keeps them away from the predators too, so that way the predators can't get them while they're there. We have some open water here that's definitely ready and available for a lot of bird species, so either they're migratory or they're not. They're going to use this site as one as a feeding source, but two as kind of a conjuring area as well, right?
Another unique feature is the park's proximity to residential areas. There are 3 separate entrances available through neighborhoods that border the wetland.
I don't know, it just has that feel to it that, one second you're walking on the road and the next second you're basically walking inside a tree canopy that is totally secluded and full of wildlife. Talking about ducks and geese and that kind of thing, right? It just has a really neat atmosphere to it once you walk off the pavement.
Over the years, the city has worked to mitigate the spread of invasive plant species within the park, which thrive in the moist microclimate created by the ponds and marshes.
You can see some of these guys here that we've planted. We've got some ponderosa pine, some birch, and a bunch of other shrub species that we're really trying to just, combat the invasiveness of some of these, the thistles and that kind of thing, just to try to bring back the more of a natural wetland look to the area.
The wetland is fed from Gopher Creek in the southeast and feeds back into Mill Creek in the west. It's a small gem that's just one of the many parks to explore throughout Kelowna. Reporting for Go on Shaw TV, I'm Brendan Osborne in Kelowna.